Welcome back, everybody, to the Pittsburgh Pirates franchise here in the NLCS. We are here for Game 6, incredibly, and it's Jared Jones versus Shohei Ohtani. This should be a really good one, but we're at the point in the series now that we're either going to make it or break it. There's 2 games left in this 7-game series, possibly, unless we eliminate the Dodgers today. And so I want to look ahead. Jared Jones looks like he's going to be really, really good. That high clutch, everything's gone up. He's an 88 overall. And for this matchup, I'm very happy to have him in this critical and pivotal Game 6. He played 186 innings this year during the regular season with a 3.57 ERA. His numbers remained pretty static to what they were last year. A few improvements here and there. He did give up 3 more home runs, a little less walks though, 15 extra strikeouts. And if we go to Game 7, it would be Zack Littell on the schedule, or Andrew Abbott should be fully rested. And the difference, I think, in this is that I wouldn't trust Zack Littell with a critical Game 7. Just in case it comes to that, right now he's got more negatives than positives. He was good throughout the regular season, exactly what I wanted him to be, a 3.92 ERA over 165 innings. That gives us plenty of chances to win. Andrew Abbott was a acquisition that I also felt like would be a really good stopgap for us with a little bit higher potential. So the B potential, he's at an 80 overall right now. He looks pretty good, and he did even better than Zack Littell throughout the regular season. 179 innings pitched with a 3.52 ERA. So that's really nice, and I think that the recent games here in the postseason will highlight it. For Abbott, he's only given up 4 hits and 1 earned run in his 2 starts, and Zack Littell has given up 7 earned runs through 9 1/3 innings. So I think if it goes to Game 7, it's Abbott. But before we start taking a look seriously at Game 7, we need to pass through Game 6 and determine whether there even will be a Game 7. We are still in a position to knock out the Dodgers, and I'm very excited for this matchup. They have shown life still, you know. They won Game 2, they won Game 5. They're putting up a fight, for sure. But I think that our Pittsburgh Pirates have the real good chance. We only need to win 1, and to eliminate us, they would need to win 2 and go on a 3-game winning streak. So I like our odds right now. We've proven that we've earned the right to be here. And against Shohei Ohtani, we'll have to prove it one more time and see what we can do against him. Through 14 innings pitched in the postseason and 2 starts, he's got a 0.64 ERA with a matching whip. He's got 11 strikeouts. So they have not been very effective for him, the strikeouts that is. But he's been getting really good results. And he'll start off to O'Neal Cruz with a ball. We'll watch that fastball at the top part of the zone to tie it up at 1-1. And that sweeper misses below the zone as well. It's going to be critical to try to play. Oh, that was a bad choice to swing at that. 2-2 inside. It's going to be critical to try, now that we're in Game 6, you know, all of the work that we've tried to do to push the starters out of the game early, to tap into that bullpen and make them work and make them tired. This is where it's all going to come down to, because in Game 6 and Game 7, both of our rosters right now should not be at their fully rested states. They should be a little exhausted depending on how we've been able to work them. And we'll send O'Neal Cruz on the second pitch, and he is there, successfully stealing and putting himself into scoring position. Dalton Rushing still behind the plate, no Will Smith. Ryan Reynolds now will take a plunk on the shoulder. Looks like it just rode down his arm part of the way there. And now, all of a sudden, Shohei has gifted us 2 men on base. Joey Bartlett sat to left field. It's going back fair, and it is caught. So the 2 men will remain where they're at. And Jack Sawinski, averaging .350, now steps to the plate. It's 1-2 against him. And, ooh, really difficult take there, but that sinker misses inside. Dodgers fans don't like that call, but I think it's appropriate. That was a ball. 2-2. No! We swing. I thought it was going to drop further back down. Instead, that's a strikeout for Shohei. 2 men on with 2 outs for the Rise. We watch that cutter. Be careful now at the top of the zone. So it's 0-1 against him. I'm okay with taking that pitch. This will be pitch number 18 from Ohtani, so it's a good start. And that's hit well, and it's going to find the gap. Luis Rise to left center field will have a 2 RBI double. as we have cracked Ohtani for 2 before we're out of the first inning. That is a fantastic start. Let's keep the pace up. Great job, Luis Arraez. Finally coming through. We've talked over and over throughout the year about why I got him on this roster. His consistency, dependability, high clutch, high contact. And this is exactly what I'm looking for out of Luis Arraez. He finally delivers. I know the home runs are fun and unexpected as well for him because he has not been a power guy. We have been working on that and training it, so we've gotten those numbers up. But really what I want Arraez to do is exactly what he did right there. And now Jared Triolo will get an opportunity with him in scoring position, 1-2 now. And that's hit, and no, it is picked up over at third base. The delivery to Freeman, and the Dodgers are out of the first, but now they're in a hole. We'll take a look now at Jared Jones taking the mound for the first time in this game, and through 13 2/3, his ERA is under 2. The whip is really, really low, so that tells me it's just been home runs, really. I don't take a look back, and maybe I should, now that I'm exposing myself, but I don't review or take extensive notes as they're happening. I try to just go on the vibes and the feels. I will reference things every once in a while, but when I say things like, oh, I don't think, or off the top of my head, or any phrase like that, I am trying to pull that. So with a extremely low whip, but an ERA up at 2, I do feel like it's probably been a couple home runs against him, and maybe somebody will fact check me, maybe not, but either way, we are going to start the game and get a quick out number 1. Freddie Freeman will then drag that to left field, and that's out number 2. Only a handful of pitches. This will be number 8, and it's coming to Shohei Ohtani, who is 1-2 against him, and that is lifted high to left field for Reynolds, tracking back just before the warning track, and Jones has a very clean first inning. That's a nice start. Top of the second now, and it's Spencer Horowitz. It's 1-2 against him, and pitch number 27. Swinging, and we're underneath it. Top of the zone seems to also be my kryptonite today, as I've gifted Ohtani several whiffs at the top. It's 0-2 against Colson Montgomery. Swinging below the zone now, and it doesn't seem to matter where he places it. I'm going to miss it. It's a particular skill that I have. 1-2 against Max Schumann now, as we try to extend the second inning here and make Ohtani work a little bit harder. Nope, looking foolish. That sweeper, it's a good one, trailing low and away, and he's got another strikeout. Bottom of the second as we're going to move forward, and it's Jared Jones against Mookie Betts, who will get a crack there, lifting it to left field for Reynolds, and it will stop just several feet before the warning track. So, only 12 pitches delivered so far, and Dalton Rushing steps to the plate, 2-0. And Schumann is able to snag that out of the dirt, and we've got out number 2. Jared Jones getting effective results here very quickly. 0-1 against Teoscar Hernandez. Fouled away. That was pitch number 15. Now it's 0-2. So still less than half of what Ohtani has been forced to throw at this early stage in the game. Let's try something going low and away. The 0-2, and that's lifted into center field for Cruz. And he posts up underneath it. 2 really easy innings so far for Jones. And Cruz, after the catch, will step right back up to the plate, and it's 1-2 against him. Ohtani delivering low, and the splitter will fool us. Yet another K for Ohtani. That's number 5. So, of course, I would speak before the game about how it doesn't look like his strikeout rate is that good. And that's number 6. Reynolds gets punched out as well. Ohtani, 2 complete innings of no defense needed. Yeah, 7 strikeouts now. It's just looking really bad. We need to get a firm grip on here and quickly. Back to the bottom of the third for Jones, and that slider is placed pretty well. Jones has been, for the most part, locating his pitches. I know it's only been 17. Make it 18. That's a miss, though, in the center of the zone. And you sometimes notice when they're not putting it exactly where you want to. Like that one trailed way too far outside from where that slider was supposed to go. Let's try to nab the lower outside edge. And that's a little higher. Sawinski on the shift is nowhere near that as it goes down the first baseline, bouncing off the wall in right field foul territory. Sawinski throws it back, but that is a leadoff double. Suarez gets on base, and the Dodgers are now threatening to answer back. James Outman at the plate. We aim low and away. Misses center of the zone. It's going deep to right field. Outman may have it, and he does. The Dodgers have tied the game, and it's all brand new again. As neither team has an advantage, a 2-run blast for James Outman, his very first of the postseason, and it comes precisely when the Dodgers needed it to. Tie game now, and all that good work so far erased off the table, and we're back to square one. 0-1 against Pages. Misses really badly on that circle change, and that's what I mean. That was absolutely nowhere close. And I'm going to go to a mound visit as the confidence is about halfway now. He's moved through the early stages of this game really well. The home run, of course, is really unfortunate, but that's no reason to unravel. And we missed that one as well to Pages. As it's fouled away, it's 1-2. Pitch number 25, and we'll target low and away again. Still really, really good results, and yeah, that's another bad miss. I don't know, it just doesn't feel right now. Let's try the 12 curve as it's 2-2. Drop that on the outer edge. Nope, that's a miss, but we do get him. Pages goes down swinging as that came back in towards the middle of the zone, and that's only the first strikeout. It's also unlike Jared Jones. 0-2. Did he go? No, he did not. Safe on the call. Rengifo held back. It's now a full count, 3-2, as he's worked a really good at-bat so far. Let's try change-up going away. Misses there as it goes up, and it's fouled away. And no, Jared Jones is not moving well following the last play, complaining of leg pain. And the trainer says it's best for him not to go on. Oh my gosh. So the starter that I felt so good about starting this game now is going to get pulled in the third inning. Won't even see 4 due to an unknown injury. And this could be a nail in the coffin scenario if we don't bounce back. Jared Jones is injured mid-game. He's got to be replaced. And that means we're calling in Zack Littell. I just talked about the possibility of using him in Game 7 and how uncomfortable that would make me, as he's been bad in the postseason. 9.1 innings pitched, a 6.75 ERA. Very low strikeout rate, averages through the roof against him, and he'll inherit a full count against Luis Rengifo. So, all of a sudden, it's all on Zack Littell's shoulders. Rengifo fouls that down the third base line. Chance of let's go Dodgers as, wow, what an incredible moment for Zack Littell. Fouled away again. Could you imagine being this guy and like I just had the conversation, hey, I don't really trust him. And then now, great splitter gets Rengifo to swing and miss. Now, Zack Littell all of a sudden is the guy he has to be. We're in Game 6. There's almost no time left. And if he can just give us a few innings of work, I'd be happy enough. And he'll get Freddie Freeman to lift that into center field for O'Neal Cruz. We are out of the inning now. And the rest of this game is going to depend on how far Zack Littell can go. Sawinski back to the plate now for the second time. And he will get good timing on that swing. And unfortunately, it's right to shortstop. That's a casual out number 1. Luis Arraez back to the plate now. It's 1-0 against him, and Arraez is still under 200 for the postseason. Good timing, but he is underneath it. Lifted high in the center field. That's out number 2. And now Triolo, 2-1 against him, as we've lessened the pace that Ohtani has had to pitch now. So between all of his strikeouts, I think that he's getting a grip on this. He's come back. I was really, really happy with the first inning, of course. He puts that pitch count up over 20 pitches. We scored twice on him. But now with the tie game, all the strikeouts that have since happened, Ohtani, I think, is getting the best of us. And it's going to be, hopefully, another really competitive game. Swing and a miss as Littell strikes out Ohtani, and that's a really good result. Thank you. 1-2 against Mookie Betts now. As Littell, I showed at the beginning of the video, was pretty good all year. And wow, that was hit very well by Betts. A line drive into center field, and that's a 1-out single. But anyways, Zack Littell was dependable throughout the year. He was good. Under 4 ERA was exactly where I expected and hoped that he would be. And Dalton Rushing will get a line drive into right field. And now suddenly 2 men on with only 1 out. Littell's in legitimate trouble now of his own making. Nothing inherited here. Teoscar Hernandez will hit that to Montgomery. And that didn't touch the ground, so that's out number 2. There we go. Eugenio Suarez now 1-1, and he hits that to Schumann, who's able to stop it on the dive. Can he make it in time to throw over? And no! Suarez is just barely fast enough. And Zack Littell, with 2 outs, now has a bases-loaded situation. Very worrying. Luckily, Schumann was able to stop that, because if that had gone past into left field, then that's a run, for sure. We got bases loaded, which is concerning. We'll do the mound visit. Tell Littell, listen, you got to pull one from their deeps right here. You've really got to get us out of this situation, because I don't want to go to Game 7 and possibly get them eliminated. We have the advantage right now, 3-2. Everything is in our corner. We are at Dodger Stadium, though. Bases loaded against such a dangerous lineup. We know the pitching is going to be tough. I mean, it's going to take not a miracle, but near a miracle. And Schumann on the grounder, able to field it, and we're gone out of the inning. There we go. Stranding 3. The Dodgers don't score.
1-1.
So, yeah, a highly competitive series so far. I think minus Game 2. Game 2 felt really bad for me. But other than that, it's been very telling, you know, that we have been able to show that grit and determination, tenacity, whatever you want to describe it as, that we've been able to stay alive, and not only stay alive, but stay on top in this series. We have not been behind the Dodgers a single time yet through 5 games. We've got the energy for Shohei now showing really low and in the yellow. Montgomery fouls off another pitch. It's a full count against him. So we're back to working that count a little bit now with 1 out in the top of the 5th. And this will be pitch number 66. Ohtani delivering. That's hit well by Montgomery, going to right field, and it does fall down. There we go. A 1-out double from Colson, and we've got a runner in scoring position now. In the middle of this game, with Ohtani's energy very low, I like that. That means that we're probably going to see the bullpen pretty soon. And just on cue, there it is. The Dodgers are warming up Vesia and Knack. We have seen both of them, and I feel like I'm not terribly intimidated by either one of them. I think Vesia is probably better than Knack. And that's another strikeout for Ohtani, though, as Schumann goes down swinging. Strikeout number 8. And with 2 outs now, yeah, the energy level is so low. Come on. It's not going to take very much more. And we get a good one to hit there. Good timing, but the four-seamer is hit directly to second base, and we'll strand a runner. Bottom of the 5th now, 1-2 against Andy Pages. Zack Littell, I want to get through, if I can get him through the 7th inning to where we can start putting our setup men in, I'd be very, very happy with that result. As it stands now, in the middle innings, this is pretty much the minimum, and that's weakly grounded to Horwitz. Out number 2. So, yeah, I think Littell right now has done the minimum of what we needed. You know, if you have your starter, hypothetically, from the start of the game, get into the bottom of the 5th, get to the 6th inning, and wow, a weak grounder by Freeman is picked up by Littell, and that will end the 5th. 5 innings down. And, yeah, the Dodgers will make the change to Alex Vesia. 2 1/3 innings pitched with a high ERA right now. Righties in particular have crushed him. And with a lefty at the plate, Reynolds will switch over to bat from the right side. It's 1-1 against him. And that's a weak dribbler that Vesia is able to grab, pirouette around, and throw to first to Freeman. And that's the first out. But anyways, Zack Littell, I think, as I'm trying to complete the thought, has done the minimum required. Anything else right now, I'm going to be just happier with. And Bart to right field, going particularly far back, but not to the warning track. Out number 2. Jack Sawinski now, 1-1 against him. And that's it well. Another one with good timing, and this is what I mean, like, sometimes when we talk about luck, or the law of averages, I will reference every once in a while. When we're getting good timing on a lot of these hits, I know the results right now are not looking great as far as the number of hits that we've been able to achieve, but the timing has been good on a lot of things. Other than, you know, of course, when I'm whiffing and striking out and looking like an absolute buffoon. But when we're getting good swings, they're good. And, oh, man, going deep to left field, Mookie Betts, Reynolds on the run, and he's got it! Right on the wall, pretty much. A fantastic defensive play. Luckily, the reaction was good, and the speed's enough to get there. And there's 2 outs now against Dalton rushing. And Reynolds will have to get on the legs again. And there we go. 6 innings down. Very, very nice job, as I'm very comfortable now in the situation as we're still tied up. Luis Arraez is at the plate, though, and as the DH, I am at free reign to replace him with anybody, and a lefty on the mound means that I'm looking towards a righty. I do think that I'm going to put in Nick Gonzalez here, as he's got very good clutch. He's got high contact versus lefties. It's a 70. He's got 85 speed, which is a lot better than Arraez, so yeah. I don't mind making these type of substitutions or pinch running per se, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not that shy against making a move like this. I know it's risky sometimes, but I do like to try to lean on these matchups when we can, especially if a guy's been struggling, and Luis Arraez certainly has been struggling, as his average is under 200 in the postseason. He's had some real big clutch moments, but outside of those, he's been pretty much absent from this series. Nick Gonzalez, it's 1-1 now against Vesia, as he has stayed in. And he hits that well. Good timing again. And no, it is brought down. It's hit hard enough for the center fielder. And that's out number 1. But a good at-bat. 2-2 now against Jared Triolo. And that misses below the zone, so we run it full. Spencer Horwitz on deck. And he is averaging right on that Mendoza line, 200. And oh my goodness. Ball 4 somehow, but that slider was in the zone. Let's take a closer look. And yeah, that is absolutely strike 3. But we will take it, I guess. I mean, there's no way that we can just say, hey, are you sure? Not that I would want to do that to ourselves anyways. Spencer Horwitz will strike out swinging, as that slider trailed a full 1.5 foot maybe outside the zone. Just looking ugly. I can take a strike 3 in the zone, but I can't hold back on that ball. Ridiculous. Colson Montgomery now, and it's 2-1 against him, as the energy for Alex Vesia is now in the yellow. And he will get that chopped. Goes high into left field, way underneath it though. And that will end the 7th. Out number 3, another base runner stranded. I'm going to keep Zack Littell in, as he came into this game later, which means that his stamina right now should be able to carry us hypothetically if we needed to, and if he was performing well through the very end of this game. Now, obviously, I've got no intention of doing that, but his energy should allow us to do it if the opportunity arises. Runner going for second. Joey Bart reacting, Triolo, and we get him on the tag. That's fantastic. So instead of a runner in scoring position with nobody out, Joey Bart reacting quickly gets us out number 1, clears the bases, and it's 2-2 against Suarez, and he'll hit that directly to Montgomery. A grounder, and we've got out number 2. I had said if Zack Littell could get through the 7th inning, I would be extremely happy. We're very close to doing it. James Outman steps back to the plate, though, and he's already homered off of us once. 1-2, he hits that well, but he's underneath it. O'Neal Cruz posting up underneath it, and we are out of the 7th inning. Still a tie ball game, 2-2. The Dodgers will bring out a familiar face one more time. It's Brustar Graterol. And through 3 1/3, he's got a really good ERA now at 2.70. Very low strikeout rate, so we've been able to see the ball pretty well off of him. And we will chop that one inside. Schumann. It's 2-2 against him, as this has also been a good at-bat so far. 7 pitches have come through across the plate so far. And swing and a miss at number 8. It's a slider under the zone, the perfect spot to strike me out. Man, I really feel like I've wasted a lot of opportunities on swinging at bad pitches in this game. Not my greatest offensive highlight moments so far in a game where we really need me to be on point. So I feel really kind of down in these moments of like, I'm doing it to the team, you know? They're not failing, I'm failing. And the top of the 8th looks like it will end with Brian Reynolds popping out, and it does. So only one more offensive opportunity as we get closer and closer to the idea of the Dodgers possibly walking this thing off. I'm going to bring in Garrett Clevenger, though, as I talked about wanting somebody else after the 7th, possibly a setup man, but with a tie ball game, I don't know how deep this game's going to go. And if we see extras, I want to make sure that I've got the best guys there to do it. So I'm putting in Clevenger right now, and we get him on a big sweeper that is way outside the zone, coming back in, and that's just perfectly placed. Exactly what you want that ball to do. The lineup turns over for Rengifo, and Clevenger, trying to bring that inside, only hits the center of the zone on the cutter. Luckily, Cruz is able to get there in center field. 2 down now, and it's Freddie Freeman at the plate. He is 0 for 3 today, and it's 1-2 against him. And he watches strike 3, the slider. He knows it. He'll just nod and walk off. And it's now the top of the 9th inning. This is the last official opportunity, unless we push extras. And Joey Bart hits that really well. Good timed, and it finds the gap in right center field. And that's going to be a leadoff double. No need to slide there, but he's excited. And I'm going to let him do it. You got a double. Good job. And the manager is suggesting a pinch runner now. I think I agree with that. We've got Harry Ford on the bench, the backup catcher with 81 speed. Joey Bart only has 49. So, yeah, at this point, I don't think he's going to get another at-bat unless we see extra innings. So, Harry Ford as the pinch runner, I'm more than comfortable with doing. We want more speed. Jack Sawinski fouls off that sinker, and it's 2-1 against him. Gratterall's now had to throw 16 pitches so far, as we have been able to work him pretty effectively. Well, watch that sinker inside for ball 3.
3-1.
And Nick Gonzalez might get a really good opportunity here coming up. 3-1. Gratterall delivering a crucial pitch, and he misses it. The slider low and away. 2 men on now. Sawinski on first, and Nick Gonzalez steps to the plate. Since they've switched pitchers and he took Luis Arraez's place as the DH, we have another opportunity again to switch from righty to lefty, and I'm looking at Palacios or Emmanuel Rodriguez. I think that Rodriguez looks a little bit more balanced on his attributes. He's got vision, discipline, and clutch all above 50. The contact is pretty high. He only had 4 at-bats this year, though, and with a 250 average, that's right in line with what he did last year. But again, I think I want to lean on like this matchup, the righty-lefty matchup. You know, oftentimes will give you an advantage. Josh Palacios this year had 104 at-bats for a 212 average, so he was less consistent. I know obviously the sample size for Rodriguez doesn't really exist as far as what he's done this year, but his attributes look a little bit lower, not on the vision, but on his contact and power. So it's going to be Emmanuel Rodriguez. I'm going to give this young guy the opportunity to do something extraordinary right now, as we've got nobody out. 2 men on base, Brusdar Gratterall.
That's a ball.
And that's a sinker inside for ball 1. Really difficult take. The Dodgers fans really letting us have it. I expect to see tomatoes and lettuce at any moment. But Emmanuel Rodriguez is ahead. And we get it! Yes, it goes over third base into left field! Emmanuel Rodriguez off of the bench after only 4 regular MLB at-bats this year. Rodriguez comes out of nowhere, lines that up, gets it over third base, and we pull ahead in the top of the 9th against the Dodgers. That is extraordinary, and he just pulled through in a big way. The Dodgers is going to come out and make a change, and they're going to bring in Tanner Scott. 3 innings pitched, an ERA of 3 right now, but a low strikeout rate. Only lefties have been able to hit him. They're the only ones with an average. And we've got Triolo now. Tanner Scott, look at his energy. It's already in the yellow. It's halfway down. This is what I'm talking about. This is why we try to push the count, because when we get deeper into the series and something happens like what just did, they pull in Tanner Scott, and he's already fatigued. It's because of the work that we've been able to do. That's why I love pushing the count.
1-1.
Dodgers have 2 more men in the bullpen just in case this really goes off the rails. But for right now, Triolo's at the plate, and it's 1-1 against him. Tanner Scott really needs to come through for the Dodgers.
That's a ball.
And he'll miss above the zone. 2-1 on that slider. Every single pitch, super critical right now. The energy's going even faster now for Tanner Scott. Misses. Circle change inside. It's 3-1. About to walk. The base is loaded. Unless he delivers something really good right now. Jared Triolo, 3-1. Fouls it away. Count goes full. Man. We're on pins and needles right now as the energy is well below 50%. Full count. And Triolo! A no-doubter! Are you kidding me? A 3-run blast in the top of the 9th. His first home run of the postseason, and it could not have come at a better time. 444 feet, and all of a sudden, we have a gigantic lead against the Dodgers. This is the game that could do it all. This is the inning that can end their dreams. Wow. What a clutch hit right there. That might be the most important at-bat of the postseason, delivered by Jared Triolo. As we get deep into Game 6, in the final moments, top of the 9th, and Triolo comes through. It's amazing. How can you not be romantic about baseball? They leave in Tanner Scott after the blast as the bases have cleared. And Horwitz, a line drive directly to Freddie Freeman's glove. And it's out number 1. What a 4-run lead. About to go into the bottom of the 9th. I'll take it. Colson Montgomery to center field. Thought it had a chance for a second there, but nope. They're posted up. And only one more out left to go to make this thing official and get us to the bottom of the 9th. The Dodgers decide to make a change now, though, as they only need one more out, and they're going to pull him, and they're going to pull in Landon Knack. So he was warming up earlier. They sat him down, I think, and they just called him back up. So a little bit weird, a little bit of hot potato action going on in that Dodgers bullpen. 0-1 against Schumann. And he hits that. It makes it through. Whoa, okay, I thought that was going to be grabbed at third base, but instead, Schumann's got a 2-out single. And we're not quite done yet. And the lineup will turn over now as this gets even more dangerous for the Dodgers. And that's fouled away. It's 2-2 now against O'Neal Cruz. Landon Knack has not been their best reliever when we've faced him. And whoa, he will hit O'Neal Cruz. And now we've got 2 men on base one more time. And Brian Reynolds is going to come back. He's 0 for 3, but he has scored a run. He was hit by a pitch, so maybe a little bit of revenge, possibly. We got another righty on the mound, so he switches back to the left side, and no way! Another no-doubter 3-run blast! Brian Reynolds deep to right field, and just like that, it's 9-2. Can you believe it? People, we are 7 runs up on the Dodgers as we are facing the end of this series and looking forward to the World Series. As long as we don't have a self-destruct half inning coming after this, then we've done it. This could all be over right here, you guys. Wow. Dodgers make another change to the bullpen, and they bring in Tyler Glasnow. I cannot believe what we have just witnessed and what these Pirates have been able to do. The Jolly Roger needs to be raised higher than ever after this. I can't believe it. Harry Ford, in fact, does come around all the way around as he was pinch ran in place of Joey Bart. He'll strike out, though, and that'll do it. But wow, what an absolutely iconic inning for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And we will bring in Colin Holderman. We're up by 7. There's no reason to bring him in right now, but it feels appropriate emotionally and dramatically for Colin Holderman, who has seen us through so many games this year, saved so much for us, reliever of the year. It's appropriate that our stud closer will close this game down, and he'll get out number 1 quickly from Shohei Ohtani. Only 1 pitch, 1 out. And now Mookie Betts steps to the plate. 1 for 3 today. And he hits that to Montgomery, and that is another 1 pitch out. We brought Holderman into this game with not full energy because we have been working him quite a bit. So I'm really thrilled if we can get out of this inning very quickly. Only 2 pitches and 2 outs, and now Dalton Rushing will watch strike 1. Final moments of this game, of this series, before we move to the World Series. I thought that our chances to make the postseason were incredibly slim here in year 2, but to make it this far, I absolutely did not have on my radar. I keep repeating how much of a journey this has been and how miraculous it is, and it truly, truly, really is. And we get 1 strike against Hernandez. Make it 2. Swings on the sinker. This could all be it. Targeting low and away. Holderman. That's a dribbler. Montgomery. He's going to get it to first. And we've got it. The Pirates win. The Pirates win. The Buccos have done it. We're going to the World Series. Oh, my goodness. An unbelievable top of the 9th inning as we remain competitive throughout this entire game. And we turn it on the final hour, the final moments. And the 2026 National League champs are your Pittsburgh Pirates. We've done it. I can't believe it. And I can't imagine the excitement that's about to come as we are going to officially enter the World Series. This has been a stunning conclusion to year 2, no matter what happens, but to actually make it and challenge for the world title is something that just I cannot describe. Truly is amazing. Jared Jones, we get an update on his injury. It is a pulled leg muscle and will only be out for a few days. So fantastic message there to let us know he's going to be all right in just a few days. The Pirates officially now on the screen have won the National League Championship Series, and we will be taking on the Orioles or the Mariners. That series still needs to be concluded. So looking at it right now, Baltimore's ahead 3-2 as we await to challenge for the World Series. Let's go ahead and advance a day, though. I think if we move forward, we should be able to get a result. And the series is tied. It's going to take all 7 games over on the American League side as either Baltimore or Seattle are about to achieve the opportunity, and it's Baltimore. You got to be kidding me. My actual favorite team in baseball, the Baltimore Orioles, are going to be challenging us for the World Series in Game 2. This is absolute poetry, and I cannot believe that this is how this is going to end up. If this was a book, I could not have written this any better to be more dramatic to me personally, because the Baltimore Orioles are floundering and failing like never, well, like I've seen before, but in a long time. In the real world, the Orioles right now are absolutely terrible. They just had a sale, sold a whole bunch of guys at the deadline. But anyways, in this game, in this simulation, I always start playing with the Orioles when I do a franchise. Jared Jones being no longer injured is great, but let's take a look at the Orioles roster in the game. Jordan Westburg averaging .302 in the postseason. Jung-Ho Lee, I'm actually not sure on that pronunciation. It's been a while since I messed that up, but he's averaging .233. Gunnar Henderson, their star, is really underperforming right now with a .229 average. Still in the 3 spot, though. Colton Cowser on a cold streak, under 200. He's got a .191 average and only 4 RBIs. Kobe Mayo, batting 5th as the DH, is also batting under 200. That's a familiar sight for us Orioles fans, although he's been doing better lately, so I got to give him some props. Tyler O'Neill in the 6th spot is averaging .318 with 2 home runs and 8 RBIs. He should probably be higher up, but he's at 6. Ryan Mountcastle has been pretty solid with a .273 average and 4 RBIs. Adley Rutschman behind the plate, averaging .293 with 3 home runs, 7 RBIs. He should probably be higher as well. And closing out their lineup is Jorge Mateo, the speedster, averaging .286, but only 7 at-bats. So limited time for him. Let's check the bench. James Gonzalez has no at-bats, so that's pretty easy. Let's move on to Harrison Bader, and also no at-bats. No opportunities yet in the postseason. They have not used the bench, apparently. Candelario, yeah, same story. 3 of the 5 guys on the bench have no at-bats. What about Heston Kjerstad? Also, no at-bats. The bench has been completely unknown. 1 guy left, Jackson Holliday, and he's got to have something. Yes, he's got 37 at-bats, averaging .351. Only 5 RBIs, but he's been a contributor. He's been getting on base at least. So, good for him, good for the Orioles. Let's take a look at their pitching rotation now. It leads with Kyle Bradish. A .616 ERA over 19 innings is not good. Framber Valdez, over 25 innings, has been a lot better with a .360 ERA and a sub-1 whip. That's really nice for him. In the 3 spot, they've got Grayson Rodriguez, who's done really well through 18 1/3. He's got a sub-3 ERA with 16 strikeouts as well. Dean Kramer has had a really tough time in the postseason with only 4 1/3 pitched and an over 10 ERA. Rounding out the rotation is Cade Povich, and he has had no innings pitched, so another unknown quantity here. Baltimore, strangely enough, does not seem to want to use the guys that they have. Chase McDermott has gotten 12 innings of work, and he has been bad with a .782 ERA, so not a good look in the bullpen at first for Baltimore. Keegan Aiken down here in the first middle relief slot has had 8 clean innings pitched, though. 7 strikeouts, no earned runs, a .050 whip, so he's looking really good right now. Ryan Stanek is looking terrible with 6 innings pitched and an 18.90 ERA. That's really, really bad. Another lefty in the bullpen, Cionel Perez, who's only gotten 4 outs for them in the postseason, one of them being a strikeout, but nobody has scored on him yet. Very limited appearances, basically no information. Felix Bautista is slotted as a setup man for the Orioles right now. 10 strikeouts over 5 2/3 with 0 scored against him. He's still really dangerous. Brian Baker also 2 1/3 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, no earned runs against him. And Cade Smith is their official closer now. 2 2/3 pitched, 4 strikeouts, a 3.38 ERA, and a 1.50 WHIP. But he's got very high clutch, 98 on his clutch rating. So they're using him as their closer. Yeah, he looks really good. 26 years old, 93 overall already. Nearly every attribute maxed out. And through the regular season, he had 46 saves, 59 innings pitched, and a 1.82 ERA. He was stellar for Baltimore this year. On our rotation side, how we're looking, Skeens through 24 innings, 22 strikeouts, and a 1.50 ERA. He's been phenomenal. And I think I'm going to switch it because they had the current rotation set to where Zack Littell was going to start. So I'll put Skeens in the 4 spot. We'll move Zack Littell to what would be 3rd in a regular rotation, but when we get to the series, it would be number 5. Looking at our bullpen, though, we've got, starting with our middle relievers, Garrett Clevenger, Hunter Harvey, Dowry Moreta, Bednar, and Santana. And between all of these guys, I did the math and tallied it up. And 5 relievers, Clevenger, Harvey, Moreta, Bednar, Santana, have pitched 18 1/3 innings with 0 earned runs and 21 strikeouts between those 5 relievers. We have had an all-star, absolutely stunning bullpen so far in the postseason. They've carried us, and the starting pitching has done well also. We have been able to make it to the World Series incredibly here in year 2. I can't wait to see what else happens. Hopefully you guys have been having as much fun as I am, but I want to thank you all very much for your support. Let me know what your favorite moments have been down in the comments, and I'll see you guys for the World Series coming up soon.